the Futsal Champions Series. Tonight, we see Lansing City host their first official home match against a familiar foe in Midwest United. Both teams are coming off of monumental victories from last week and look to keep momentum going through week 5 of the season. Lansing City will be looking to dazzle their fans after a handful of highlight-worthy goals against their foes last week. Meanwhile, Midwest travels to Lansing Arena with their never-say-die attitude and inspiring play. Surely they'll be hoping to spoil Lansing City's opener tonight. Which of these FCS Titans will emerge victorious? Stay tuned to find out as Lansing City hosts Midwest United now.
Welcome everyone back to the Futsal Champions Series. Jake George is tuning in here temporarily for Jared as he takes care of some in-arena business. But I am joined by Gerard. Gerard, real big game today. We've got a couple of Titans from FCS's past. It's Lansing City hosting Midwest United. Both teams coming off big wins from last weekend. Gerard, what are your expectations for this game? We're getting Gerard's microphone figured out here, but while we do, big game, like I said today, both these teams with a similar opponent last week in Midwest United, and they had both monumental wins. Midwest opened up their season with a 6-6 tie to rivals Olay Futsal Club at home, turned around and hosted Midwest United out of Detroit in a home match. So this is the first time we see them on the road, and they travel to a very tough arena, Lansing City Arena, known so well for its great crowd, its great facility, one of the best, if not the best, futsal facility in the country. Lansing City, a little different path to here. They traveled all the way to Cincinnati to face Jenga in their opener, losing just by 2. But their statistics in that game suggested that they had a very productive match, turning that around, having a massive win against Midwest United last week, along with a couple of amazing Goal of the Year contender goals here in the arena. So some things to expect there from both teams for me would be watching Lansing City's young core work around Jeremy Kleppal and continue to work on the fundamentals of their goals. They are looking to really develop and continue to develop. Jeremy Kleppal, in an interview in that game, mentioned how so much of what they accomplished against Midwest last week had to do with preparing for the rest of the season, working out some basics, and fine-tuning their craft. Talking to Gio over at Midwest United, this is, again, for them, another really big challenge that they have been looking forward to. So this is definitely going to be a titanic match for both teams. We'll be back in just a minute to talk about rosters. In the meantime, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to Lansing City Arena. Jake here with Gerard. We're watching as the teams are starting to make their way out. Midwest United starting lineup starting to come out now as we speak. As these guys start to walk out to the arena. Gerard, what are your thoughts on the game coming up here and what you expect out of this match?
Well, over the last couple of weeks, we've seen United and Lansing City play Midwest and dominate completely. do not expect to see a repeat of those performances today. Expect a really tight game, high intensity, high pressure the entire game.
Definitely going to be high intensity. These are two clubs that know each other very well. They're very skilled, and I would expect that this is going to be a lot of familiarity as well as a lot of pride on the line. Both teams finding their ways to the finals in the series as they went on when hosted in Lansing in small-sided formats. Now a full regular season in front of not only a home crowd, but also this online crowd of you folks out in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. And enjoy here the introduction of our Lansing City side, and then we'll go over the entire rosters with you here shortly.
Lansing City is coached by Matt Alishari and assisted by Conrad Gonzalez. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lansing City Arena. We are here tonight for an FCS matchup. Lansing City hosts Midwest United. I'm Jared Kleppel along with Gerard Ascani and Jake George. Gerard, this one is going to be exciting.
Definitely is. Really exciting. They got a lot of energy in the crowd today. We had an incredible announcer set us up for today. Jared playing two roles here, not only doing the play-by-play, but announcing. Set the tone in the arena. It's hot in here.
This is Lansing City's first official home game of the year. They did play here a week or two ago. It was a week ago against Midwest FC. Of course, that one was technically a home game for Midwest FC, and tonight is the first official home match for Lansing City. They're stepping onto the blue court tonight, playing the guys in blue, Gerard, from Midwest United.
Yeah, they are not at home, though. They are not the home team, even though they're matching the court. Really excited to see Jack Fisher tonight. Last week, he had a hat trick early against Midwest, and want to see if he's going to be able to maintain that skill level and that technical ability with that quality finishing touch.
So actually, very interestingly, Jack Fisher, one of the players that's going to be absent tonight for Lansing City as we go over the starting lineups. In goal for Midwest United, we're going to start with there. Jose Vicario, we got Jose Vicario, Isaiah Meyer, Jorge Saldanas, Henry Lopez to round out their starting five as we kick off here in Lansing City. And then on the other side, it's David Saltzman, Oliver Timblow, Jonah Timblow. Of course, Jeremy Kleppel, can't ignore him, and in goal, it's Ethan Castaneda. Lansing City with an early attack, the ball goes over the end line. It's going to be collected by Jose Vicario, and he's going to be playing out from the back. Midwest United now, defended by Saltzman, trying to play up to Kleppel.
Another notable absence for Lansing City is Drew Barney. Haven't seen him in action in the last couple of weeks. From what I hear, he's better on the ball as Jeremy.
Yeah, so Drew Barney is one of those players for Lansing City who, as Jonah Timblow looking to turn here, can't quite get a strike away. It's going to be blocked by the Midwest United defenders and goes out of bounds for Lansing City kick. But yeah, Drew Barney, one of the most talented Lansing City Academy players coming up and playing on the pro side, arguably has some of the best technical skill on the Lansing City. We have a bad miscommunication here. Castaneda's going to have to do something special, and he's not able to come up with it. And within the first minute, it's going to be Midwest United. I believe that was number 10, Henry Lopez, coming away with that goal. Midwest is up 1-0.
Yeah, it was a difficult kick in there. Miscommunication with Oliver Timblow and Jeremy Kleppel.
Those kind of miscommunications, very costly in futsal. The game moving so quickly, so fast, that something like that, as you just saw, turns into an early goal. So Lansing City down early here. Looking for something. Timblow was looking across the court to Saltzman. Couldn't find it there. As I was mentioning just about Drew Barney, very talented player. He's actually missed the last 2 matches, so excited to see him back. Lansing City will be excited to see him back hopefully soon. Until then, no Barney and no Fisher for Lansing City tonight. This one's going to roll over the end line. Long pass from Jorge Saldanas, captain for Midwest United. It's going to be restart from Castaneda's hand. Here's Lansing City playing out of the back. I'd call it medium pressure from Midwest United currently. Saltzman's on it. He's under heavy pressure. It's Isaiah Meyer trying to take it from him. Saltzman's able to get it. Is that going to be a second touch? That one's going to be over the bar.
Jake, what's your perspective here? It looks like Ethan's playing a little cautious out back right now.
Yeah, I think it might be some early game jitters here, but we can't, as Lansing City fans, let that first goal get in your heads. Really important to settle down now, stick to the game plan, which I'm sure is the conversation coming from the bench from Coach Conrad, and find a way to shake that off. Imagine the game 0-0 and get back after it.
Saltzman's going to kick this one in. Lansing City deep in Midwest territory. They come all the way back to the half line. Kleppel receives it just beyond the half line. He's working with Oliver Timblow on the near side. Saltzman's there. He's got heavy pressure on his back. Looked like he got grabbed there for a moment, but no call from the referee. Saltzman's asking for it. Meanwhile, Kleppel on the far side. He's trying to take one-on-one. Ooh, a ball coming through to Saltzman. City thought Midwest got a touch on it, but it's going to be no-go. Almost a good chance down the line for Saltzman, but Midwest restarts with a kick.
Yeah, it was a really good opportunity down the line. If Saltzman would have been on the same page as Kleppel, we'd have a 3-running goal.
Said Lansing City finds themselves on the defense. Again, Castaneda's going to have to slide out for this one, and he does connect. So he's going to get his first save of the day. Take a look at that again. Saltzman not quite letting defender by him. I believe that was number 6, Isaiah Meyer. As Midwest takes the corner, Meyer on the ball again, and his shot's going to go well wide of the net.
Love to see the difference in aggression there from Castaneda. The earlier goal lacked the awareness to attack the ball, but right there he didn't wait for his teammates to come to cover. He went and attacked the ball right away.
Here's Kleppel on the far side. He takes it up, breaking some of the pressure. We see some of our first substitutes for Lansing City in tonight. That was Leonce Nyasaba, number 5 here on the near side. Kleppel looks for Jonah Timblow, a little lead for Nyasaba. He is on it. Double coming from Midwest. They're going to thwart that one, but Lansing City's going to maintain possession with a kick here.
Jake, what are your thoughts on the different approach that Midwest is going to take tonight playing Lansing City compared to when they played Midwest last week?
Well, you know what's interesting is I think that the changes Midwest made mid first half against Midwest is what's going to be important tonight. You got to make sure you break down this Lansing side's defense, and they're going to have a harder time, I think, doing that tonight, albeit that first goal was telling a slightly different story, but it's a shot here. Great save this time. But
Castaneda turns that one aside.
But that extra pass that they were making along the way to try and break down the Midwest side, when they figured out that was working so well for them, that was such an integral part to them seeing the back of the net. So I think that's going to apply again tonight, just in a different way.
And a great strike coming from number 3, Boris Lalik. He's able to find the post and therefore the back of the net after this. We take a look at it again, just finding that near post. And the second goal for Midwest United is on the board in just almost as many shots.
Yeah, that's just beautiful placement on that ball, too. Bottom.
Lansing City trying to respond. They're going to win a corner kick. Number 6, Josh Robinson, is standing over it for Lansing City. On the court, Jonah Timbel, Jeremy Kleppel, Leonce Nyasaba. It comes to Kleppel, poked away by the Midwest defense. It's going to find its way all the way back to the hands of Castaneda. Little touch from Nyasaba, finds its way out of bounds. Midwest retains possession. They'll look to build something from the back down.
Lansing City's demonstrating some opportunities maintaining possession of the ball at the moment.
Now ball into the pivot for Midwest. They collect. Runners going. They go backwards. Alan Lemus goes to the far side. Now back to Lemus. Under heavy pressure. Lansing City likes to bring it, and they are doing that tonight. Now Lalik. Boris Lalik, one of the 2 goal scorers for Midwest United now. Kleppel casually finding his keeper there. Heads up play from the vet. Something, Jake, that you can see Lansing City, other than the couple of bad plays in the back, they've been able to break this Midwest press, high pressure, fairly easily.
Yeah, and I think that the couple of times they got caught out, they were just a little too wide on defense. The diamond shape was good that most futsal coaches are looking for, but it was just too big. And so Midwest was able to make a quick pass or 2 or find that dribble to the middle, much like what Lansing's own Jeremy really likes to see for that shot. And so long as they can cut that out moving forward, then they should start to see this thing turn around on defense at least a little bit.
Looks like Midwest United so far in the first 5 minutes opting for kind of a medium pressure coming up to not quite the second PK line. We have a shot here. It's going to take a deflection. That was number 17 for Lansing City, Jeff Palmer. First time we've seen him in action for Lansing City. We're going to have our first foul of the game. That one's going to go against Lansing City. Josh Robinson at fault. Take another look at it here. Excuse me, that wasn't Robinson. That was Leonce Nyasaba. Midwest with first set piece of the night. Defended by Palmer. Midwest kick. Midwest push back into their defending half. Nyasaba applying pressure. Trezor Crispain on the far side, providing a little bit of kind of a stone wall right there on number 3, Boris Lalik.
Just standing his ground.
Standing his ground. Looks like the official's going to get Lansing City for I think it's an infraction on the kick, and that ball must be directly on that line. It has to be touching that line. We've actually seen more penalties, or not penalties, but turnovers from that than you really like to admit for this caliber of play.
It's all about the fundamentals, and it's the small things that will make the difference in the game.
Palmer pushed off the ball for a moment, but now he has it. Lansing City looking for some kind of attack. It's a 2v2, a little touch from Robinson trying to get by Jose Vicario, but he's going to kick that one out of bounds. He'll record his first save of the night. Lansing City now in the attacking half. A rocket from Palmer is going to go well high and wide. That's going to be cannon of a right foot that Midwest is going to have to look out for in Jeff Palmer.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the back end of that ball when it's coming through.
Vicario looking high. Robinson has to slide to keep it in possession. Here's Castaneda. Castaneda to Kleppel. Kleppel under heavy pressure. He's going to get deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Midwest United. Henry Lopez providing the pressure there. One of the 2 goal scorers for Midwest tonight. Seeing some high pressure now from Midwest. They see if they can capitalize. They got the turnover. Now they decide to possess, going backwards. Daniel DeLeon. Now ball up back to DeLeon. Collected by Lansing City. Here's Trezor Crispain. A couple step overs. Nice poke from the defense of Midwest United. They're on the move now.
Oh, but you love to see it from Jeff Palmer working his way back. He was up in the front of the court when the ball was lost, but he made his way back to cover on the backside to make sure that there wasn't a clean shot on goal.
This long one from Kleppel is going to go over the end line. Restart from Jose Vicario. Now on the near side. DeLeon was looking down the line, trying to find Henry Lopez. Unable to do so. Palmer coming out of nowhere. Karate kicking that one.
Yeah, he is finding his spacing and positioning on the floor very well.
Jeff Palmer, one of those guys, he actually played for Lansing City's USL team in the Outdoor League USL 2 in the summer. He's usually plays in the back line, and you'll see some of that coming through on the court here tonight as we have a whistle. Looks like we're going to get an off the ball foul against Lansing City, their 3rd of the night. That one's going to go against Trezor Crispain as he was defending the pivot. Jake, what did you see there? Did you see anything? Midwest running a little play here, a touch to the inside, left-footed strike. That one coming from number 9, Eduardo Mendez. That one's going to be high and wide. Lansing City restarts from the keeper position.
With 3 fouls already on the night, it's going to be interesting to see how Lansing City adjusts. The referees are calling it pretty tight. They're not going to let the physicality go.
Castaneda's not interested in dealing with that one. He comes out of his arc to slide, get that one away and buy some more time for his defenders. Lansing City ends up gaining possession, and they will have a kick-in on the far side.
From an officiating perspective, this is one of the things that you like to see in a really competitive match, is the referees taking control early to let the players know that the physicality won't be tolerated and they need to play clean and with skill.
Right there, Lansing City dangerously playing across their back, really their goal line, and the keeper as well, is Jeremy Kleppel and Jeff Palmer. They get out of that one with just a turnover. Midwest now retains possession. Daniel DeLeon, and now Mendez back to DeLeon. It's Henry Lopez looking to turn. He does end up getting the turn, but forced to go backwards by the Lansing City defense. Seen a lot of nice rotation from Midwest United tonight. This ball coming up to the pivot. Daniel DeLeon going back. Excellent play from Midwest United. DeLeon coming all the way back, finding, I believe that was number 6, Isaiah Meyer. We take another look at it. Oh, and really, we had number 17, Jeff Palmer, kind of snoozing on that one and gave that one up for Lansing City.
Yeah, Ethan Castaneda, he committed to the ball. He made the effort, went all the way out to the corner, but his team didn't cover him in the back. we would have wanted to see Palmer get a little closer back to the back line and protect it.
Goal number 3 for Midwest United comes at 11:44 to go in half number 1. So just about halfway through this first half. And so far, Jake, 3 goals for Midwest United. Not many shots for Lansing City. Jeff Palmer there for Lansing City is going to record their first real chance. Almost 10 minutes into this first half. Nice touch there with a shot, but meanwhile, Midwest United has running their own counterattack. They don't have numbers, but they're able to sneak it by Ethan Castaneda. That's Eduardo Mendez putting up goal number 4 for Midwest United. This is getting out of control real quick for Lansing City.
Yeah, it's tough. We're losing some of the organization and structure in the back, and we're getting a 2-on-1 situation. There's not much Jeremy Kleppel can do there.
Kleppel trying to respond there, forces a tip save from Jose Vicario. It's going to be his 3rd of the night. First real chance from Jeremy Kleppel on that one. Saltzman will take the kick.
And it was a rocket.
It was a rocket. Kleppel looking for another rocket. This one, only qualities of a rocket there was takeoff, unfortunately, for him. Restart by Midwest United through the hands of Vicario. He's looking up to the pivot, brings it down nicely. Midwest is going to maintain possession here. There's Miguel Gonzalez. He's under pressure. Nice movement there from Midwest United. They get it to the corner. He found the near post. I believe that number 12, Pedro Aguillon. Tough angle there, and he threads it. Goal number 5 for Midwest United. Take a look at that.
Not quite able to see where Aguillon is placed, where his positioning is on that replay there, but he's in the extreme far left corner of the court right there. And it was really interesting to see how they worked that play out. He kind of drifted while the play was developing, so he was down there well before any of the action took place. So that was a well thought out, constructed play by Midwest.
We're going to see a keeper change for Lansing City. Conrad Gonzalez is going to come in. Castaneda will take a seat. Not something that we haven't seen this year before. We've seen this a couple of times. Lansing City playing with a very young goalkeeper, Ethan Castaneda, as well as Conrad Gonzalez, the veteran. That touch from Jonah Timbo looking for his brother Oliver is going to go too far, so Midwest United will regain possession.
Jake, we know there's a lot of goals in futsal. As a coach, when do you make the decision to pull the goal?
Bad mistake there from Lansing City. Just another detail as Conrad Gonzalez is going to make his first save of the game. Another shot. Good chance from Midwest United. That was Boris Lalique. Now Kleppel trying to get a little bit of space here. Dribbles past one, trying to get past another 2. Now a ball into the pivot. Jose Vicario's there. Quick transition. Another easy one. Midwest United laying it on them tonight. Goal number 6. That's number 3, Boris Lalique, his 2nd of the night.
Even with the play in the goal, You love to see the effort Saltzman puts into that. He ends up dislodging the goal with the effort, incredible intensity. He did everything he could to protect the goal.
City restarts play. Midwest United in these first almost 12 minutes of play having their way. Lansing City trying to claw their way back in. A shot from Kleppel is going to be blocked by Jose Vicario. That's his 5th save of the night. Gonzalez is going to be challenged by Boris Alik. He's going to make another save for Lansing City. City trying to find their footing offensively. That's not going to be the answer. A ball going out of the reach of David Saltzman. And right now, Gerard, all the momentum going in favor of Midwest United.
Yeah, at the moment, it doesn't look like Midwest United can do anything wrong.
They have it here on the far side. Lopez cutting inside. He was looking far post. He finds Jorge Saldanas. Saldanas back to Lopez. Lopez inside. Daniel DeLeon. Back to Lopez. Lopez now going towards the middle. He gets it back. Midwest being very patient here. DeLeon with a nice strike. Looking for the near post. Gonzalez is there.
It's 2 really great saves by Conrad. He was able to protect the low corner of the goal, both sides, right and left.
Looks like we're going to have a whistle here against Lansing City. Henry Lopez hits the court. Referee wants them to bring that back. We take a look again at that foul. Yeah, just a frustration foul there. Extending his arm. You can see that the frustration of the scoreline and the dominance of Midwest United right now starting to get to some of the heads of Lansing City players.
On screen, you can see it's a clear frustration foul. David Saltzman was not happy with the call. Didn't think it should have been a foul. It's going to be interesting to see how they maintain their composure despite the scoreline.
We're going to have our first timeout of the match. Lansing City takes this one with 7:16 to go. They're down 6. Just want to take a moment to let you know about our sponsor for today's match. Today's match is sponsored by Ally Marketing. If you're looking for a partner in marketing as a small business owner, choosing that partner is a risk. But businesses small and large, when choosing Ally Marketing, get the business growth partner they've always wanted. To learn more, check out allymarketing.us. That's ALLY marketing.us. Ally Marketing, let's be friends. So right now in this timeout, really momentum all going Midwest United's way. Lansing City trying to find an answer. Jake, what do you think is going on in these huddles right now?
Well, guys, for me, watching in that circle, you see Captain Jeremy take up the board and show a couple of things that he wants to see different. I'm sure one of them is addressing this counterattack that Midwest has been so lethal on. We got to clean it up on the way back if we're Lansing City. For Midwest United, hey, you guys got the boys on the ropes. Let's keep it going. Smart passes as they have. Great first touches from this team as well. They're making the absolute most of the opportunities. But hey, don't lose sight of this game. There's still a lot of time left in this futsal match.
Lansing City will restart out of the timeout, deep in their own territory. Saltzman takes the kick. Kleppel in front of his own net under heavy pressure. It's a high press from Midwest United, provided by Jorge Saldanas in that case. Oliver Timblow looking up to the pivot spot for Lansing City. Not going to find it. It's going to be a turnover. Midwest United taking over in their own half with a kick in on the far side.
Really aggressive win right there from Jeff Palmer.
Midwest trying to get to the pivot early, as they've done several times tonight. Palmer ready for that one.
Yeah, he's showing his chops back there on the back line.
Vicario looking long. He's going to find the foot of Eduardo Mendez. Not able to capitalize on that opportunity. Little chip in. Couple trying to find Chris Spain. Midwest picks it up, and Lopez is going to dribble that one out. Lansing City will restart near the half line. Lansing City restarts. It's Palmer, now Kleppel. Kleppel is one-on-one on the outside. Faced up by Eduardo Mendez. He takes a touch inside, looking for some space. He finds some. Trezor Crispain trying to deflect it into the net. Unfortunately, that one was just a little too fast for him coming off the foot of Kleppel as we take another look at that.
Crispain's going to be sore tomorrow. That was a hard shot.
A hard. I thought you were going to say a rocket again.
I know, I don't want to say rocket again. That was a blast.
We're going to have to work on our thesaurus for that word right there. We really like rocket these days. But Palmer, meanwhile, creating something for Lansing City. Crispain trying to beat one. Forces a touch from Jose Vicario, and then he's going to get a whistle, and that's going to be foul number 5 for Lansing City. Jake, they're in danger of giving up a 6-foul PK.
Yeah, at a worst possible time, too. You know, there's nothing worse than having this 6th foul looming over your head while you're trying to increase the intensity and make up 6 goals. So this is going to really change the dynamic of this game in one of 2 ways. Either Lansing City is going to have to let off the gas a little bit, which is not ideal, or they're going to put a lot of extra pressure on their goalkeepers, keeping that intensity high, trying to make up the difference, and possibly picking up those few extra fouls and looking at that 10-meter mark as a potential place for more goals resources for Midwest.
Here comes Palmer. Defended by Daniel DeLeon. Keeps it in.
Great, keeping it in there.
Midwest United bench was calling for a foul on that one. They thought Palmer got him with his leg as he was trying to bring that ball across. They're not going to get anything, and it's going to go all the way to goalkeeper Conrad Gonzalez. Last touch by Lansing City. Referee's going to say it's over the end line. So corner kick here for Midwest United. Yosef Abden's going to take it. He finds Miguel Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Alan Lemus. That one blocked by Palmer. Palmer, a slide. That was almost foul number 6 on that slide. He was able to pull away just in time. Gonzalez looking up for Trezor Crispain. He's 1v1, got his back to goal. Makes the turn, a strike. It's in the back of the net for Lansing City. Trezor Crispain getting things going for Lansing City. They got one.
What incredible placement by Crispain. A great move, great positioning, opened himself up and unleashed a beautiful shot.
Going top shelf on that one. Jake, what did you think there, seeing that from the studio?
Well, much needed goal for Lansing, of course, and it couldn't come at a better time. It's just 5 minutes left in the half. Would love to see a rally off this, and what better way to create a rally than with a goal like that? Great turn, great precision, catches Jose Vicario a little off guard. I don't think he was expecting that turnaround as defender, and sure enough, makes the most of it. Lansing City on the board.
Heads up play from Gonzalez on that one. Conrad Gonzalez finding Trezor up at the top alone. So Lansing City finding some life here with 5 minutes to go in half number 1. Crispain trying to do another turn.
Crispain's showing a lot of physicality up front, and one of the concerns I have with 5 minutes left in the first half is they're on 5 fouls. Just after that last foul by Crispain, we did get a talking to from the referee. I think the referee was close to considering caution.
Crispain under a careful eye from the officials. for the rest of the night. And you got it. He is a very physical player, and that's something that we will see from him as Kleppel is looking for the far post there. It's going to be just wide. Jose Vicario will restart for Midwest. Conrad Gonzalez looking up. There was two Lansing City players that time, Kleppel and Crispane, but nothing there. Here comes Pedro Aguillon. Now they go to the far side. A little flick back to him. Now a turnover. Here's Palmer. Left-footed strike. It's going to be looking for the near post. It's going to go wide.
Palmer's showing his power here tonight, but Jake, I got to know, is Jeremy Kleppel the most powerful leg futsal player in the United States?
He's definitely got a special leg. I mean, those things, if you guys ever get the chance to catch a game in person, I did in the first ever series in Lansing Arena, made the trek up from my humble Ohio studio here, and they're tree trunks. So if you're wondering where that power comes from, he wasn't born with it. It's a lot of work, but man, it is a special thing to behold. Definitely one of the most lethal attackers in the league right now from what we've seen so far this season.
Chance there for Midwest United. Lansing City is going to take care of that. Now Kleppel bringing the ball over the half line. He's got a 1v1 faced up by Yosef Abden, and that one is going to be blocked by Jose Vicario. He's going to add to his tally of saves. It's 7 on the night for him.
Kleppel's placement here is on point. It's just incredible that the defense is in the right position every single time. He's getting deflections, not only off of Midwest, but off of his own team too. And then we got some incredible saves back there.
All around as a unit, Midwest United playing good defense. We're seeing a lot of good positioning as the referee is having a chat. Is that number 3? No, it's number 2, Alan Lemus. Looks like the official wanted him to back up a little bit. There's some disagreement over that, but play continues. Jeremy Kleppel, touch inside. He's looking for that far post. 2 sliding bodies for Midwest United. That was Yosef Abden as well as goalkeeper Jose Vicario. As we take another look at that. Kleppel getting some space inside. We've seen so many goals out of him that way, but nothing there for Lansing City.
Vicario displaying some flexibility there with the futsal split.
Something that is a necessity for futsal goalkeepers. As Midwest United, their pressure wins the ball. They are crying out for a foul of some sort there. Not going to get one. It's kind of blocked here in the booth in Lansing City. It looked like could have been a foul there. Certainly the Midwest players thought so, but the referees are going to swallow their whistle on this one. Lansing City retains their only 5 fouls. Trezor Crispane is going to get pulled down, and a whistle. We have a penalty coming up for Lansing City.
This is a situation where a clear and obvious foul. He was held. I would imagine we might see a card here.
Yeah, let's take another look at that. You can see Pedro Aguillon playing on the backside of Trezor Crispane. Hard to see on the cam. Maybe we'll be able to see it with this angle here.
In these situations, sometimes the referee makes the decision that the penalty kick is enough of a penalty for the team, that that's enough disciplinary action, and that the card's not warranted. If that happened outside of the arc, that would definitely be a card.
Trezor Crispane, he earned it, and he's going to take it. Here it is. A rocket into the back of the net. Trezor Crispane, 2 goals for him, 2 goals for Lansing City. It's 2-6. Lansing City down from Midwest.
What an incredible shot. We are seeing some power here tonight in Lansing City. The triumvirate between Jeremy Kleppel, Jeff Palmer, and Trezor Crispane. They all have incredible shots, powerful as can be.
Meanwhile, on the other side, Midwest United with the goal advantage, having some easy ones. Crispane wins that one, trying to find a way, a little fancy touch. Lansing City says it touched Midwest last, but not going to happen. Crispane trying to provide a spark here for Lansing City with a couple minutes to go. Kleppel almost with a volley. Another timeout here. Let's take a breather. We almost saw a repeat of Luciano Cernuda 2 weeks ago. Jeremy Kleppel just moments ago, almost with the volley shot. I said take a breather. I need to take a breather now. You guys take over.
Jake, you said earlier that Lansing City shouldn't lose their control, shouldn't lose their composure. They had a lot of time left, and we're seeing this unfold. Tell us how they're doing.
Well, it's just like I said, hey, don't let the score line convince you otherwise. We could keep control of this game, and so far they're starting to claw back, which is great to see. Crispane has been an absolute lightning rod for Lansing here in the last few minutes. He's been all anyone can talk about on our side, guys, right? So the exciting thing about that is he's creating a spark for the rest of the team, and as we pan on the crowd here and think about the people in the chat and the kind of people that are watching and learning from this, these youngsters are the most important. Hey, that scoreline doesn't matter. Focus on the game plan, stick to your fundamentals, and the results will come. We're seeing it now from Lansing. Good for them. Midwest on the other side, Coach Gio Garcia probably thinking, guys, we got to get back to what was working for us. They've not looked themselves in the last few minutes, a little rattled by what Crispane's been able to do on their side. Forget about the foul. Regardless of how you feel it created that penalty kick, it was a must, and find a way to get back in this thing mentally so we can keep this under control.
Late whistle there as we restart play coming from the official on the far side. They're going to get that's Leonce Mayasaba on Lansing City's sixth foul. Thought for a moment he was going to let it go, but he blew the whistle on that one. So Conrad Gonzalez of Lansing City is going to face a six-foul penalty coming from Alan Lemus of Midwest United. And just real quickly, if you're not sure about this six-foul PK, every 6 fouls in a half results in a penalty shot from a little bit further back than the normal penalty. And you'll see Midwest United here about to take this one. Here's Alan Lemus. The strike into the back of the net. He beats Gonzalez. Goal number 7 for Midwest United. 2:10 to go. It's 7-2. Midwest on top.
It's one of the things we talked about earlier with the mounting fouls throughout the first half. Lansing City just one back, control of the game, and a foul in the opposing third gave away a penalty to bring it back to 7-2, 5-goal difference.
Certainly not something you want to see if you are rooting for Lansing City tonight, but a good swing of momentum for the Midwest United. Little flick in there. I believe that was kind of forced by Trezor Crispane, but it's going to be off Midwest United. Lansing City have a corner. Coming inside, Kleppel's there. It's going to be blocked by the defense and go out for another corner. Not quite a corner, almost a corner. Here's Palmer. Palmer over to Crispane. Taking his defender on 1v1. A left-footed strike. It's going to be blocked by Daniel DeLeon. Been a solid defender for Midwest all night tonight. City has another corner. This one coming off of a half volley from Jeremy Kleppel. Crispane and Kleppel, goal number 3. We just saw another amazing goal in the Lansing City Arena.
What an incredible cross. The pass was perfect. The placement from Kleppel was perfect. You can tell that's something that they have practiced many times here in the Lansing City Arena.
We're going to have to change the name of this place to the Volley City or something. I don't know. This is amazing, some of the highlights we've gotten out of Lansing Arena so far this season.
Just the third game here this year, and this one and the last 2 we've seen some incredible goals in the games that Lansing City has played in. That one, correction, it was not a half volley. He did hit that one out of the air. We saw it on the replay. Just an incredible goal. Lansing City still down 4 though. Gonzalez is going to scream out of net for that one.
What's really interesting to see on that play too is Kleppel called for the ball before it came in. Crispin put it on point. You know that's something that they practice often, and they executed it to perfection.
Nice touch there from Jorge Saldanas. He almost caught Conrad Gonzalez on his heels, but Gonzalez is able to make the save. Lansing City now in possession with under a minute to play. Nyasaba's there, Kleppel's there. They got their back to goal. We're going to have a whistle, I believe. Is that a foul? No, I think they're just calling the ball and out of bounds. Last touch by Midwest. So here come Lansing City. See what they can do in the last 40 seconds here. Kleppel trying to combine with Palmer on the outside. He's going to go back into possession of Midwest United, and they'll have an opportunity to put some pressure on Lansing City, some more pressure before the half is over. Back to Jose Vicario. Midwest United being patient. We've seen them do this all game. Not afraid to be patient, but Palmer working with Nyasaba. His shot's going to be blocked by Vicario. Palmer on the finish. Lansing City get number 4 with 21 seconds to go. The effort from Jose Vicario, not quite enough. Lansing City adds another one to the tally.
We'll talk about right place, right time. Jeff Palmer knew exactly where to be to put that ball on the back of the net.
Great hustle from Leonce Nyasaba. Palmer, of course, was the first one. High pressing for Lansing City to win that. He hits the deck. Midwest United with 5 seconds to go, having an opportunity here. It's going to get cleared out by Nyasaba. Still enough time to do some damage. Midwest United looking far post. It's going to be blocked by Palmer, and that's going to take us to the end of half number 1. Wow, what a finish we had to this half number 1, Gerard.
That was amazing. So Lansing City lost some of the momentum. We were talking about the penalty kick, and they reclaimed it immediately, and they took back control of the game. It's going to be really great to see what happens. A lot of suspense at the moment. What happens coming back from halftime? Are they able to carry forward with that momentum, or does a little intermission cool them off?
And Jake, I'm curious, you know, those last probably 4 or 5 minutes, a lot going on both sides. What did you see there in the studio?
Well, I just love this sport so much. I mean, that is what it's all about. If this was an outdoor game, it'd still be 0-0. We would have watched 500 passes turn into nothing. But this is an 11-point game in a single half. So we, much like Chris Collinsworth in the NFL loves to talk about Patrick Mahomes, I love talking about momentum swings, and we've seen it all over the place in this match today, and what a difference it's made. It has really highlighted the importance in futsal of what those momentum swings can do to a team, what it can do to a scoreline, and how it can change a game. Lansing City Arena, are you not entertained by these 4 goals clawing back, trying to get back into this match against Midwest? Midwest, on the other hand, couple key players doing a lot of work. One of them being Daniel De Leon, back from his suspension. He's been putting in a ton of work for this team that got them into this 7-goal position. And then Jorge Saldanas as well, a captain on this team. I've seen a lot of him firsthand and what his personality is like and what he is as a leader. And it's clearly making a huge difference as a veteran on this side for Midwest United in the way he's handling himself on this court.
You mentioned the idea of momentum as we welcome you here to our sideline studio. Gerard Ascani, Jared Kleppel, of course, Jake George in his studio in Ohio, here in the Lansing City Arena. Momentum certainly a big part of the game of futsal, Gerard. And, you know, you haven't been around the game of futsal very long, but it's very easy to see that.
Yeah, so as Jake's talking, I'm reminded that I've only been introduced to the sport of futsal less than 2 months ago. To see the swings and the energy and the intensity and how much it means to all of these players, it shows that this game, this sport, is on another level, and it needs more awareness. More people need to see this, need to come here. Jake, we need to get you here for these games because this is incredible to feel the intensity, the energy, the atmosphere in Lansing City is off the charts.
We do have an exciting one here tonight, fans getting involved, and that's something we definitely saw, particularly in that final 10 minutes of the half. Lansing City got on the board, and that got the fans involved. This is an atmosphere unlike any other in the FCS, and we're going to bring you some more action. We're also going to talk to some of the players and coaches at halftime, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with some more FCS action. Hello everyone and welcome back to Lansing City Arena. We've got a fun one here tonight. Midwest United currently on top of Lansing City by a score of 7-4. We're courtside right now with Gerard Ascani. He is talking with Midwest United coach Gio Garcia. Gerard?
Yeah, we have Coach Gio Garcia here with us. Gio, tell us about the momentum in the first half.
I thought we started off good the first 15 minutes, moving the ball around, getting him out of position. Last 10 minutes, I think we left him a little bit too comfortable. They took advantage of the chances. We made some simple mistakes that can be fixed, but I think we just let them get too comfortable inside our own half. So we're looking to change things around in the second half and come out with that same momentum as we did the first 15 minutes.
Appreciate the insights. Good luck in the second half. Back to you.
As we just about get ready for half number 2, both teams are out here and ready to go. Midwest United to take this kick. Today's match is brought to you by Ally Marketing, your friend in marketing. If you're looking for some business growth, a business growth partner in the marketing space, Ally Marketing is just that, your friend in marketing. The best way to grow your business is with a friend who knows marketing. If you don't have a friend in the marketing space, Ally Marketing can be that friend. Businesses small to large partnering with an Ally, get the business growth partner they've always been looking for. Ally Marketing, let's be friends. You can check them out at allymarketing.us, ALLY marketing.us, the official marketing partner of the FCS. Looks like right now we're just waiting on the officials, I believe.
Yeah, Jared, what's funny, as a former official myself, as we were doing the interview there, I saw the players getting ready. I thought we were going to start the game. So I was like, hey, Gio, it's time to move on. Good luck in the game. But I forgot you can't start a game without the officials.
Without the
officials.
officials.
Referees have not come out yet. So we are at this point waiting on them. It looks like they might have had a little bit more time on their clock than we had on ours. And if you didn't already know this, time is relative.
Yes, it is.
Guys, do
We'll
they have a
see.
different time, or are these teams just ready to get back at it?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think there was supposed to be more time for a half. There's usually some kind of halftime sort of show going on. We had some kids playing tonight, and the timer on the scoreboard was showing their time. And I think the players are supposed to get some warm-up time after that, but they kind of forewent that, and they said we're ready to go. So now waiting on the officials in the pink, now coming out of the tunnel right now. So we're going to get this one going. But just very briefly, until we do, I want to take a look at the standings for the FCS this year. We haven't done this too much, but you can see Detroit Imperial on top there with 9 points. 3 wins in 3 matches. Now, keep in mind, 2 of those were against Midwest. Midwest at the bottom of the table currently, 5 matches played, 5 losses. They've lost all their games nearly by double digits. And you can see tonight, it's Lansing City and Midwest United. They are in the middle of the table right now, both with 2 matches played, 3 and 4 points apiece, Midwest with the upper hand. So this game is a key part of how both these teams start the season, Jake.
Yeah, and make no mistake, it may be early in the season for most of these teams, but and you might not want to read into the standings too much, but the thing to remember is these key matchups. And for me, a Midwest versus a Lansing City is a key matchup. This is going to be something that when we get into March, end of February, we're going to be talking about that playoff race and what this game meant to who's going to make it into that Final Four and who's going to be staying at home watching with the rest of our fans on YouTube.
Midwest United gets things kicked off for us here in half number 2. Do have a little bit of issue with the scoreboard on the screen. Lansing City somehow lost all their goals. We'll get on that in just a moment. But for the time being, Midwest, a nice ball across. That one coming from Eduardo Mendez. No one there for Midwest United. An early opportunity, just 15 seconds in for Midwest United. Lansing City comes the other way. Kleppel into Midwest territory. A back heel's not going to make it to Palmer. Oh, and Kleppel with a nice stop there, counterattack, and he's going to blast it in the back of the net. Less than 30 seconds into this half, Kleppel makes it 5-7. Midwest is still on top.
One of the most beautiful aspects of futsal is the transitions from offense to defense. Kleppel stole the ball, and within 2 dribbles, he was already in position to score. To see that pace, to see it change that fast, outstanding.
So less than 30 seconds in, Lansing City get a goal. Could they have another one here? Palmer is defended well. He has a double on him. Tries to keep the ball in, but he cannot do so. The double coming from Daniel DeLeon. And his teammate in the back, I think that might have been Jorge Saldanas. Excuse me, I think actually it was Eduardo Mendez who provided the double there. But Lansing City is going to essentially have a corner. First one deflected out of bounds for another. This time they go to the back. Palmer under heavy pressure. Tries to get the defender off him, takes a touch. He's got his back to goal. Really getting harassed there by Henry Lopez. Great defense in his pocket the whole way.
Really interested to know, Jared, you mentioned Palmer playing outdoor soccer as well for the Lansing City USL2 team. Do we see the same level of skills, ball skills, and footwork out of him in the outdoor team?
Oh, timeout for just a second. Midwest United, that was Henry Lopez that nearly added another one for them. But to answer your question, Gerard, in the outdoor game, you see a lot less of these high pressure and high intensity situations. You know, a player like Jeff Palmer, he plays in the back line. You're not going to see as much technical skill shown from him. You know, whether or not he has it, you're not going to see it as much because he is in the back line. As Trezor Crispain gets dispossessed there. Does look like, we had just an incorrect point there from the official. I was getting a little confused, but it is going to be Midwest ball. They give it away quickly. Here's Palmer, only 2 defenders between him and the goal. His shot's going to be blocked. Saltzman's there. You see a body hit mid-court. Trezor Crispain was there. Don't know exactly what happened there, but Lansing City's on the attack through Crispain. Nice sliding tackle. Daniel DeLeon getting rid of that one.
There's one thing for certain. We might have waited 20 minutes to resume play, but the players did not wait. They are ready to go. They have brought the same level of intensity that they ended the first half with.
We're going to have another chat here. The official, again, speaking with Daniel DeLeon, unhappy with his response, and he is going to be on a caution for the rest of the game.
Not surprised at all to see that. That was the 3rd time that he has had been told to move off of the ball, and so DeLeon, he earned that yellow card.
Daniel DeLeon, as you know, Jake, not unfamiliar with yellow cards this season. He already got a double in his first match and has sat one out.
Yeah, in a similar scenario, you know, first yellow card a little bit silly in their rivalry match against Olay, just a little bit of passion. You know, how can you take it out of a match like a rivalry match, let alone in FCS and the passion that we see in this league? But then later in the game, it really hurt him. And here is there something.
I think Saltzman's going to get into the book here as well. He's going to receive the yellow. No complaint from him. I think he made a tactical foul there as we take another look.
Saltzman is very lucky to not get a red card there.
Yeah, he did hit him in the back there.
Right now, Gio Garcia, the coach for Midwest United, is very frustrated with the officials complaining, and I can only imagine that he's asking why was a red not shown.
Very clear goal scoring opportunity just outside the arc, and from behind, Saltzman with the shove. Definitely have some questions about that one. He has shown the caution, and here is the free kick from Midwest. Ooh, it makes a deflection. The shot coming from Isaiah Meyer deflects off a player and then off of the ankle of Conrad Gonzalez.
Good at Conrad to get that foot stuck back out as he was going the opposite direction. Some great athleticism from the veteran in between the pipes.
Midwest haven't completed their attack yet, and now they do as that one rolls over the sideline. It's going to be a Lansing City restart there. Kick in. But a couple opportunities there for Midwest.
You know, Gio talked at halftime to Gerard about the importance of finding that momentum of the beginning of the first half, that first 15 minutes again. And they saw a little glimpse of it there. But they need to really get their hands wrapped around this the way they did when they started the game. But right now, Lansing City's doing everything they can to make sure that they do not get back into the game at that level again.
Kleppel gets up limping there. Not something that you want to see as a fan of either side. Player, maybe kind of the way he was limping around, Gerard kind of looked like maybe he just stepped on his ankle a little weird with a turn.
Yeah, it looked like it was incredibly painful, but he's going to play through it.
Speaking of turns, pivot for Midwest United, number 3. Boris Lalik, he was trying to turn there on Jeff Palmer. Palmer playing good, tough defense, something that we've seen out of him all night. Lansing City's going to win a keeper restart. It's in the hands of Gonzalez. Finding Saltzman, Palmer clears it up to Trezor Crispain. He's all alone. Midwest defenders collapsing on him. He keeps it. He finds Kleppel. Kleppel across the half line. He's got one in front of him, a second coming. Here comes a double. Little flick in ahead from Saltzman. Did he get it? It's off the bar. And his follow-up with his foot also misses. Wow. Take another look at that one. The little flick in, a header off the bar. He had an opportunity with the inside of his foot. Couldn't quite connect there.
Saltzman is bringing the energy for us tonight. It's a shame he couldn't connect on that with the header, but great positioning. Gave himself a shot.
Would have been yet another amazing goal in this arena, as we're going to have Lansing City's second foul. That one going against Jeff Palmer. Second foul of the half for Lansing City. We are only 3 minutes into half number 2, and this is feeling just as intense, if not a little more than the first half.
It definitely is. And at this point, I really like a rules clarification. Jake, I know I might be the resident official, but I haven't worked my way through the entire futsal rulebook yet. When De Leon got the yellow card, does that count as a foul for Midwest United?
In that case, no, it was not a foul during the run of play, so that does not go against their foul count. Now, the yellow card, of course, could still have an impact later if he sees a second. But as far as the foul count towards that 10-meter penalty mark, no damage to the team done there, just kind of the mindset of the players moving forward, knowing that one of your top players is on a caution.
We're going to see a call for Lansing City. They call a corner kick for them, much to the dismay of the Midwest team. Hasn't gone anywhere so far. Palmer defending this one, trying to turn. He gets taken out. We're going to have another whistle. This game is starting to get a little bit chippy, a little bit physical. As we take another look at that one. Really, the whole way, contact. Kleppel with a shot. He puts it in the back of the net. Touch inside, right foot strike to the near post. He finds the way. Lansing City pull within 1. It's 6-7.
I know our production team can be a little biased in this arena with the best resume to do so, but did you guys think at the beginning of this game that we would see a one-goal game this early in the second half?
The way it started, I didn't think so. It seemed like Lansing City coming off flat-footed, seemed like they didn't have, and really also Midwest, they seemed like a whole different team. You know, when they played Midwest last week, it seemed like they brought something different tonight. But here we are, 16:20 to go in half number 2. It's a one-score game. Lansing City, their players really getting into it as you see them there on the bench. There is excitement all around here.
We had a high level of intensity in the first half, but in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they have brought us to another level.
Certainly have another level. And this long chip from Kleppel is going to be too far for Nyasaba, so Midwest will restart in their back. Lansing putting some high pressure, force a giveaway. It's at the foot of Kleppel now. He has a 1v1, very dangerous in these scenarios. He just scored on one of them. He looked to the back post. He was trying to find Jonah Timblow. A little bit of miscommunication there. They can't connect up. Midwest player going down there just for a moment. Looked like he was holding his face for a second. Gerard, it certainly seems like we're getting to that time of the game where the intensity is rising, and players are really looking for the officials to step in and make sure that they're in control of the game. They're kind of asking for some fouls.
So we talked about this in the first half. When you have two teams like this matching up, as an official, you want to maintain control of the game. They did an excellent job of that in the first 5 minutes, showing that they were going to enforce the rules at a high level. One of the things that we've seen through the first 5 minutes of this half is that there's a lot more physicality.
Trezor Crispain's going to go down. Of course, Midwest United players not in favor of that. They do help him up. A nice show of sportsmanship there from Henry Lopez. We'll take another look at that foul. A step in very clearly. No ball. And hits Trezor Crispain.
That's exactly what I was just talking about. The level of physicality has increased to really exponential levels from the first half to the second half, as Lansing City continues to put the ball in the back of the net and Midwest United is not stopping them. What they're going to do is to be more physical, because as we know in futsal, if you can't win with skill.
And this one from Kleppel, top shelf, upper 90 on the right, goal number 7. Lansing City pulls even.
Yeah, and that is an incredible display of skill. And as I was saying, if you can't win with skill in futsal, you have to be more physical than the other team. We're going to continue to see that play out because Lansing City is showing a really high level of skill here in the second half.
We take another look at that. Kleppel had the keeper, Jose Vicario, going the other way. And just like that, Jake, we are even with 15 to go.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. The first 15 minutes of this match, I thought, holy moly, Midwest is not afraid to hit the road and take some scalps. And right here, we almost see another one as we're talking.
Just barely missing that one. Sorry to cut you off there, Jake, but Trezor Crispain looked like he might have had an easy one for Lansing City, something they haven't had tonight. Instead, it comes the other way. Midwest United almost finding the back of the net through Isaiah Meyer. At this rate, Jake, I don't know if you're going to be able to keep talking. I got to keep telling everyone what's going on.
That's fine. The action is most important. I am just a stooge in Ohio. But right now, I mean, the momentum is crazy that we've seen from Lansing City. It's definitely gotten the fans involved in a big way, which is an impact once you're on the road as an away team. But cautionary tale for Lansing, Midwest United, as they come back here and almost scoring again on Conrad. Great effort by him. They made 3-goal recoveries twice in their home opener against a very tough Grand Rapids Olay side. Lansing City cannot afford to let off the gas.
Tense moment here as Conrad Gonzalez first slid and made the stop. Then there was some kind of collision. I didn't quite see it, Gerard. Did you see what happened there?
I did, and let's just say there's a lot of holding, grabbing, pushing, and shoving going on right now. The bench for Midwest United is up in arms. One of their players, looks like Alan Lemus, has just been cautioned for arguing the call with the officials. They were wanting to say that on the attack, they were held.
I think they're talking about just before that with Kleppel. Mm-hmm. It did look like he grabbed him a little bit there. From our vantage point, it looked like that would have been a foul. Looks like we're going to have another yellow card issued, this time a bench player from Midwest United. That was the one.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I saw what was happening before it happened.
You had the official mindset, the prediction. You knew what was going on.
Yeah, I saw him go to the book, so I knew who it was. I saw the action happen, and what was really interesting is the foul was actually called for Lansing City, because after the initial foul that was up for discussion, Conrad Gonzalez was held by Boris Lalak.
Here comes United, and they're going to find the back of the net right away. Boris Lalik, his 3rd goal of the night, hat trick for him, and Midwest pull ahead 8-7.
Yeah, Boris is one of the players that I've been noticing that has been really handsy, and he's been putting his hands on players and holding, doing what we just saw Jeremy do. But here, he doesn't put his hands on anybody. He finds himself some open space and puts it in the back of the net.
So Lansing City now down 1 with the ball. Kleppel with a strike's going to be blocked by Jose Vicario. His 10th save of the night. And a nice sliding one from David Saltzman, but they cannot deny him. Isaiah Meyer gets on the board again. Midwest United quickly adding 2 goals to their tally. They're up 9-7 now.
Momentum, momentum, momentum. It's what this game is all about, and Midwest has found a way to find some of theirs back. You know, Boris real big in that cautionary tale I mentioned earlier of that Olay comeback, and he's finding the net again here. He was very involved, much like Gerard said, not afraid to get physical and make the right plays and put the pressure on, and the rest of the team following suit and finding some momentum here to restore their lead.
And they do restore it. They're up 2 now with 13.5 to go in the game. So in a little bit more of a comfortable spot, Midwest United regaining that lead. Trouble for Lansing City just in the last minute or so. And Conrad Gonzalez faces another hard strike. That one coming from Daniel De Leon. And Gonzalez is going to add to his tally tonight. He has 7. Lansing City with some high pressure, and they get a takeaway. Trezor Crispin goes down, no whistle from the officials. He comes up a little gingerly. It looks like he's going to be okay. Midwest United now on the attack. They're coming inside. Isaiah Meyer was looking for that one, but his shot goes wide.
And it does look like Crispin had to come off. It looks like he may have injured his ankle on that last play. Let's hope he's all right.
A shot there coming from Jonah Timblow. It's going to go well wide. Not going to trouble Jose Vicario.
You mentioned 7 saves on the night already by Conrad Gonzalez, and one of the things that's been really great to see is that those saves are not often of the easy nature. They have been incredibly difficult. Directly had him in the corner, left and right, high and low. It doesn't matter. He's stopping them all.
He's putting on a show tonight on the Lansing City side. Meanwhile, they do have possession. Kleppel here looking for Saltzman, does find him. Saltzman wrestled off the ball, and Kleppel's going to step in. They're going to play advantage. Looks like we're going to have a rolling foul against Lansing City, so we'll add a foul to their tally. Though the officials decided to play the advantage. We'll take another look there. Kleppel coming in pretty hard. I think that was on Boris Lalique, excuse me. And their corner now being played. Able to find a little bit of space. Daniel De Leon with it now. Ooh, and a collision there. Well, not much of a collision. It's just Saltzman on the ground trying to help out Gonzalez. Saw a little bit of the full-time goalkeeper coming out of David Saltzman. Used to play goalkeeper back in the day for Lansing City. Has since been converted to a court player.
Love to see his effort and energy. His intensity earlier in the game potentially saved a goal. He was a little late getting there, but he went all out, gave it everything he had.
Speaking of, here he is again, sliding on the court, and the officials are going to say it was last touched by him, so Midwest United with essentially a corner taken by De Leon. And a turn from Henry Lopez is going to find the hand of Conrad Gonzalez.
What a nice piece of skill, too, to have the man on his back, know where to turn, know exactly where the goal is.
Certainly not easy to do in that scenario. In this game of futsal, things are happening so quickly, and to turn a 180 with the ball is not an easy thing to do. Now here comes Kleppel on the far side. Here comes a double. Looking inside, Jonah Timble is trying to get a touch on that. And had he got that, he might have been able to deflect that into the back of the net. Instead, here comes Midwest United. It's Alan Lemus looking to go across. Just trying to find Eduardo Mendez on that one. But Kleppel's there for Lansing City, and they take over. Kleppel trying to find an opportunity, finds Nyasaba on the far side, and his pass is going to go over the end line. to the hands of Jose Vicario. He's looking for the pivot, but doesn't quite get far enough. For a moment, Lansing City has a 4v3. Here's Nayasaba, a little fake, left the ball behind him, and down goes Jorge Saldanas, drawing the foul against Leonce Nayasaba. That's going to be foul number 5 against Lansing City. So again, half of the half to go, and Lansing City with no fouls to give.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we've seen over the last 5 minutes. Midwest United picked up their physicality because Lansing City was showing more skill. Lansing City needed to update their physicality, and in doing so, they've gotten a lot of fouls.
Ooh, strike there from Kleppel. Thought it might be a little ambitious, but whenever he has the ball, you got to be aware, and Jose Vicario has to make a diving save. Excellent on his part. Lansing City's going to have a corner.
Jake, the physicality is necessary in futsal, but how do you bring the appropriate amount to not get called for the foul, but maintain that physical presence?
Oh, Gerard, such a difficult balance to have in a game, especially in a game like this that's got such a high intensity. You know, I think maybe, we've had a big change in gameplay between last week and this week, and so much of futsal sometimes gets picked up on the finesse and the speed, because that's how we coach it is to people who were teaching about futsal, that, hey, this is what's so great for our kids. But in reality, this game can get extremely physical, and that's why those 5 fouls are in place. And, when you're in an intense game like this, when do you give it up versus when do you keep it going? It's a tough call. You got to find that balance individually and as a team to keep yourselves out of trouble, and it's not easy to do.
Speaking of trouble, Lansing City finding themselves in some for a moment there, almost a miscommunication. Threat of an own goal, but it's avoided. Midwest United taking the corner, and now they're going to have another one. You see Lansing City lining up in a very typical corner defense. One player down the end line, one player taking the pass up. That's Palmer, player in the middle, Crispane and Kleppel on the far side. Midwest does the chip to the far side, a nice back post strike. That was going to be number 2, Alan Lemus. He had Henry Lopez on the back post as well, but Conrad Gonzalez is going to be the stone wall for Lansing City.
Excellent positioning from Gonzalez, too. If he waits a millisecond longer, that ball would have been
Lots of grabbing here. Trezor Crispane is going to draw the foul eventually on Henry Lopez. Lopez looking to help him up. Crispane still on the ground holding his chest. He's going to be helped up by a teammate, and that's going to be foul number 4 for Midwest United. We take another look at that.
This is something that kind of goes back to Gerard's question, too, is that intensity and how do you balance the physicality? In this case, it paid off, kind of pulling Midwest in their own form of foul trouble halfway here through the second half.
Ooh, Lansing City. That was Palmer looking for Nayasaba. That flick nearly got through, but no avail. We saw so much action in those first 5-6 minutes. Midwest United tacked on their own 2 goals, and it's been a little bit more steady for the last few minutes, Gerard.
Yeah, it has. You can see how much this means to both teams, and they're going to do everything they can and give all that they have to pull out the win.
That shot from Palmer, I saw you reacting to that one. It kind of got into your voice a little bit, but the shot from Palmer is going to go high. Midwest United restarts. They're already across the half line, forcing the defense of Lansing City to be on high alert. Jostling for the ball here. Nayasaba's going to come up with it, but he's got his back to goal. Did that one go off of him? No. Last touch by Midwest United. Lansing City win. A goalkeeper restart. Fans getting into it here. Chance of let's go City with 9 minutes to go. Nayasaba with the turn. He does well. He got past 1, maybe 2. Trezor thought he had a chance. Lansing City bench going ballistic.
I don't know how that was not a foul. It looks like 2 different players collided in.
As we take another look at that. Yeah, there it is. Ball getting to him. 2 players coming on him. Looked like number 2, Alan Lemus. Could have been the one at fault for that, but no whistle from the referee. Meanwhile, Midwest United with their own chance. Gonzalez is going to turn that one away. It comes quickly back to him, and he watches that one go past him into the back of the net. Henry Lopez gets his second goal of the night. Midwest on top, 10-7.
Henry Lopez has been such an integral pickup here from Midwest as a free agent after the first couple weeks. He has a ton of experience coming out of Grand Rapids with a few other players on this squad, and he's really changed the offense for this team.
Lansing City have lost steam in the last 4 minutes or so with these 3 goals from United after drawing even. But here is Kleppel. Can he get something going for Lansing City? Trying to find some space on the inside like he does so often. Midwest being very disciplined in their defending now. Kleppel again. 2 players for Midwest United blocking that one. Boris Lalik, Miguel Gonzalez. Oh, and David Saltzman screaming back to help out. Isaiah Meyer was waiting for that one as we take another look. You said it before, Gerard. There's Saltzman again on the floor, putting it all on the line.
Just an incredible display of effort from Saltzman. Sadly, Conrad's beaten in the 9-hole.
Looks like that one might have been an own goal. If we have a replay of that, we might be able to take a look. It looked like it glanced off of Kleppel before it went into the back of the net. Yeah, I do believe that went off of him. Is that Eduardo Mendez on the far side? No, that was number 6, Isaiah Meyer, with the ball coming across goal. So it'll go down as an own goal, but definitely came as a result of the attack by Isaiah Meyer. Lansing City, after drawing even with all that momentum, they find themselves down by 4 goals once again.
One of the things that we're seeing here from Midwest United is a change in their defensive structure. So over the last few minutes, they've been playing a lot lower press, and so they've been forcing Lansing City to do more with less space on the court.
Josh Robertson there with his own left-footed strike. That one's going to miss the near post. Not by much, though.
I doubled down on Gerard's comment there, too, and mentioned that you'll notice when Kleppel has the ball, the tight diamond, not only is the Midwest team sitting back nice and tight, protecting that middle where Jared likes to roll into, but the Ala on the opposite side of the court is pinching in as well for that double anytime he goes for the middle. They don't care who the Ala is for Lansing on the outside. They're leaving them out there. Put them on an island. All we care about is taking away the middle from Jeremy, and we've heard some other teams talk about that being their strategy as well. So they're definitely starting to figure it out as the game goes on after being punished a couple of times by that foot. But now it's time for Lansing to dig deep again and find a way to get back into this match.
Midwest United putting the pressure on. Miguel Gonzalez was up there being defended by Saltzman.
In Lansing City's only loss this year to Jenga, that was the same strategy that they used, Jake. It's one of the things that some teams might learn, can be successful. In that game, Lansing City put up over 30 shots. Was it 30 on goal?
No, not on goal, but it was, the shots were chances. So they weren't always on goal, but they're not the ones that are blasted away wide. So dangerous opportunities would be another way to think about it.
So over 30 shots on goal with that strategy of collapsing the center area of the court, they didn't score any. So let's see if we continue to see that from Midwest United. As Jake pointed out, more teams may get savvy to that structure.
We're going to have a first timeout of the second half. This one's going to be called by Lansing City. Don't forget, you can find all of the FCS action on YouTube, also at futsalchampionseries.com/live. And if you're watching this game, congratulations. If you're not watching it live, these games are all done live. You can find it at futsalchampionseries.com/live, also on the YouTube channel. But don't forget, you can also find the FCS on Facebook and Instagram, along with your favorite FCS clubs. Follow your favorite teams and the FCS League. Help us grow this great game of futsal in the United States for more games like tonight. And tonight, Jake, it has been exciting here in the Lansing City Arena.
Yeah, 42 people in the stream right now online, as I can see from my studio in Ohio. One of them, Jackson's dad. So, hey, pays no commentator. Shout out to Jackson's dad. And hope you guys are enjoying the stream. We've put a lot of work into production this year. We think it's important that you guys get to see futsal in its finest form. And I am surrounded by a fantastic commentary team in Jared and Gerard, and a great production team in the background on the cameras and in the production room that is putting on a hell of a show with the quality on the court.
So now with 6:30 to go, play restarts. Lansing City currently in possession. Kleppel looking to go into the attacking half. He's faced up by De Leon. Excuse me, that's Isaiah Meyer. Now Lansing City in the corner trying to get a ball across, looking for Robinson. He ends up blocking it. The shot from Leonce Nayasaba. Wrong place, wrong time for Josh Robinson there.
Part of what created that opportunity, crowding that arc and creating some mismatches on defense, but unfortunately came back with a little bit of devil's advocate there. Hey, also, you're in the way. Unfortunate, but a great opportunity, and first we've seen from Lansing in a few minutes. So is this another one of those big momentum swings I can't stop talking about?
Would have be a perfect time for it. They're down 4 out of the timeout. The time is now if they want to find a way to draw even, and that one from Jonah Timblow coming all the way across the face of goal. He was upset that Robinson wasn't there. Man, that could have been an opportunity for Lansing City, an easy touching.
That was a great idea, great placement. Josh just didn't happen to be right there.
Meanwhile, Midwest United on their own attacking opportunity. Player hitting the ground, that's number 3, Boris Lalik. Midwest players, court and bench, unhappy with the no call there. We'll take another look at that one. Nayasaba was there. Kind of hard to tell. Playing it back, it looks like he might have gone down a little bit easy, but we do see that arm coming in. We know it's been physical tonight. Referees swallow their whistle on that one. Would have been foul number 6 for Lansing City. That would have resulted in a 6-foul PK. So these fouls late in the game, they can make a huge difference one way or the other. Oh, nice work by Crispane there, splitting 2 defenders, trying to get past a third. He's not able to. That was number 3, Boris Lalik.
You have to marvel at Boris's strength right there to withstand Crispane all over him, hounding him for the ball, but he did an incredible job just to maintain his balance, let alone possession of the ball.
This time Crispane gets the better of him. Kleppel playing with him. Can he get by? No. Isaiah Meyer goes the other way. It's a 3-on-2 shot. It's going to go near post and wide for Midwest. That's number 14, Miguel Gonzalez. And on the other side, Conrad Gonzalez going to start it up for Lansing City.
No fans harm in the making of that attempt.
This ball going out of bounds. It's going to be Lansing City's ball. Kind of a rare moment where it actually takes a while to get the ball back into play. Just saw Midwest United do mostly a complete line change there. I don't know if they quite got all 4 out. Looks like at least 3 players found a seat now. Kleppel with a strike. It is going to find the back of the net. Didn't think from the outset that one was going to find nylon, but it does. 8-11. Lansing City only down 3 now. Kleppel with his 5th goal of the night.
Well, Jake, you know how you break down the strategy when they clump in the middle, you bring it to the outside and you just shoot it from anywhere, because Jeremy was way out there when he fired that one.
Yeah, Gerard, the Uno reverse version of what we're used to seeing from Jeremy's preferred shot, but the reality is anywhere in a final third, Jeremy can be very lethal with the power behind it, and he proved it there. Got away from the crowd, created the opening, and made the most out of it, something that looked like nothing for anyone else.
Thought Lansing City might have another chance there in Jeff Palmer. His shot's going to go wide, and it will be retained by Midwest United. They go long. Saltzman there running on Henry Lopez. Few fans almost getting run over there. Would have been another wrong place, wrong time. They would have got the 3D experience for sure on that one.
High price to pay for a trip for a hot dog.
Meanwhile, Kleppel trying to put the ball across goal. And here's Saltzman again. How many times have we seen him sliding to save something for Lansing City?
Saltzman has quite a bit of a reputation in Lansing City. Many of them call him Dave because the level of intense and energy he plays with is always incredible. It's just fun to watch.
That chip from Kleppel is not going to get to where he was trying to go. Now we have a 2-on-1. Trouble here for Midwest United. Collision, no ball. Kleppel says get up. It's Henry Lopez on the ground, writhing in pain. And the referees are going to stop this one. No whistle. Midwest players very upset about that one. Kleppel trying to help up Lopez. He's not willing. He has some choice words for him. He's upset. We take another look at it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of contact there. They do run into each other. I don't see a foul. It does seem like Lopez is playing up the contact, as we so often see in outdoor soccer. We tend not to see that as much in futsal, at least in my own limited experience.
Getting explanation from the officials here. They're talking to the coaches. I think it sounds like I can't quite make out what they're talking about. Sounded like it had something to do with a player that might be injured. I don't know if that's a player that went down. Maybe because they stopped play because of an injured player. I think maybe he has to come off. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's some controversy about what's going to happen. The referees actually switched sides of the court because of the abuse that the referee was taking from the Midwest United bench. And so instead of continuing to card them, we've already received one card for the Midwest United bench tonight. They went ahead and switched sides to see if that could calm some tension because they did not call a foul. They did not see a foul. I did not see a foul either.
It kind of looked like they were running kind of full speed and he just stopped.
Yeah.
And of course, Kleppel's momentum kind of brings him into him. And I didn't get a good look at it in the replay, but it's kind of hard when you just stop all of a sudden there and you kind of cause the contact at that point.
Even though we've had a lot of fouls, the second half has been really physical. Even as we talk, look at the shoving right here we have. It's tough to maintain control of a game like this with the foul count. We don't want to just have penalty kick after penalty kick after penalty kick. So you call what you can, you do the best you can to maintain control of the game. But honestly, control of the game starting to slip away from you.
3 minutes to go in this one. 3 goals are the difference. Kleppel has it in the middle of the court. He's defended by Daniel DeLeon. A little chip looking for Palmer. Palmer trying to keep it in. He cannot do so. Midwest United will take over with 2:46 to go. Every second counts from here on out, Jake.
Absolutely, and now you're starting to see the frustration from the players with some of the way the flow of the game is going. And Gerard, with his experience from the beginning of the game, has talked about the importance of the referees and keeping control of a game. And right now, they are completely losing it as Jeremy goes to confront an official now. I mean, a few times on these missed fouls or otherwise, the referees are in horrible positions to make the call in the first place. They got to keep up with the flow of this game. The flow of this game's been super high. I know it's tough. I'm a huge proponent of officials because they have the toughest job of any of us out here tonight. But they got to find a way to keep up with this game and keep it under control.
That's going to be foul number 6 against Lansing City. Will result in a 6th foul PK. This foul and every foul after it for the rest of the game will result in a penalty from this spot for Midwest United. They're standing over it now, waiting for the whistle from the official. Looks like Kleppel and Lopez there sharing an exchange as well. And here comes the kick. That one, a screamer in the top shelf. Nothing could be done about that. And Midwest United extend their lead back to 4 on the 6th foul penalty from Alan Lemus.
About 90 seconds left to go in this game. Momentum's going to be a big factor. A lot of time left, but 4 goals is a lot to ask. Can Lansing find a way to make a big swing here at the end of the game to try and change this momentum away from Midwest? Almost disaster as we talk about it.
Yeah, looked like Alan Lemus would take another look. Almost looked like he might have kept it from going in. to be honest, got a little touch on it. And we are going to see Lansing City bring out David Saltzman as a fifth attacker. He's got the green goalkeeper jersey on. He used to play goalkeeper for Lansing City in years past, so he is no stranger to this position, but they bring him on to be a sixth attacker. Now he's going long to Timblow. Timblow across the face of goal. Nothing there for Lansing City.
What precision on that pass by David Saltzman to put it right on the money for Timblow to do something with it.
2:20 to go here. Palmer with the corner for City. Comes to the top of the arc, not quite. Kleppel was waiting for it, but De Leon stopped it. Now Saltzman has to get on the ground again. He's going to have some holes in his shorts by the end of the game, I think, as we do have timeout number 2 of the half. This time it's Midwest looking to try to come out of this timeout and solidify their victory. And we're going to have a yellow card issued to Kleppel. He was speaking with the official after the play was over, and he was going to have no more of that.
Yeah, it's one of the things that it's tough to see, but when we disagree with the officials and we continue to argue the call, dissension warrants a yellow card, and that's what Jeremy got a yellow card for right there. Dissent. It's tough though in the moment when we look back to the call for that penalty kick, the foul on that. It was a light foul, and it's something that could be disputed and could be debated, and we have to wonder, does any of the influence of that call come from the fact that we did have to switch sides of the court for the official because of the way the Midwest United bench was treating that official, and then 2 minutes later in the game, they get a foul call their way.
Yeah, very interesting. Jake, have you ever seen officials swap sides like that before?
I've seen it in a couple of occasions, and for me, it's a sign of loss of control for the officials in futsal. A lot of times, it's when things are getting really, really bad, in the sense that you're hearing from both sides of the bench. If it's rattling the referee that much that they need to switch sides, then clearly it's loud. And I think that, from the vantage point of a production studio and being able to see the eagle eye view like the viewers at home, there's certainly been some missed calls all around, and the referees are starting to hear about it. Definitely going to make an impact. They're probably counting down this clock just as much as maybe the players are at this point.
Just a little over 2 minutes left. Lansing City down 4, providing high pressure, trying to find something, and they do win the ball here as we finally tick under 2 minutes. Kleppel finds some space on the inside. It's going to be deflected, but also last touched by Jonah Timblow. Midwest United will restart through Jose Vicario. Again, we do have David Saltzman in goal for Lansing City as a fifth attacker. He's not coming up right now to play.
Yeah, honestly, Jared, I'm a little confused with the tactical decision here. We put David Saltzman in, who is an attacker. I thought we would see them flying the keeper, having him come out as a fifth offensive player. He didn't once leave the defensive area of the court.
Did have an impact right away as Chris Bain is going to take a shot that's deflected out. Should be a Lansing City corner here. He did have an effect right away, sending that long pass right on target as we saw, but now Conrad Gonzalez is back in, and Kleppel's going to try another one, just like the one in the first half. This one not quite on target, but it was close.
Jake, what do you make of that strategic decision to bring in an attacking presence as a goalkeeper, but then not deploy the flying goalkeeper?
I'm curious if there's something else going on we're not seeing either on the bench, or if there's an injury somewhere that they've decided to bring Saltzman back out as a traditional field player. But when you think about the resume that Saltzman brings to this Lansing City side, his goalkeeper experience, and then the fact that when you get David, you get literally all of David the entire game. You've seen his effort of sliding, coming back, full sprints on defense, committing to every single play with everything he's got. I can't think of a better player to have in a fifth attacker position than that is going to have to play literally the entire court to make an impact.
And Saltzman, speaking of finds the back of the net for Lansing City. Right on cue, it's number 3, David Saltzman. Pulls Lansing City to 9. They still trail by 3 with a minute to go.
I'm going to have to send him a bottle of scotch for making me sound so good.
Send over your address, David Saltzman. You have a scotch coming your way. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you just love to see it too. Wins the ball back, puts the energy in, and his effort is rewarded in full.
Here he is again, watching that one go out of bounds. We're going to have a yellow card here. Is that his second? It is. He would not get out of the way. That's on number 2, Alan Lemus. He's going to receive a second yellow for not backing up.
And so in futsal, when you do receive a red card, it's a 2-minute penalty before the team can replace the player, unlike outdoor soccer where it's the rest of the game. However, we have less than 2 minutes to go in this game, so in the remaining portion of this time, they will be down 1 player.
So Lansing City now with some new life. They're going to be 1 player up, and they're going to get goal number 1 just like that. And because of the goal, Midwest United are going to bring their lost player back in, but it's a 2-goal game, and we got 45 seconds to go.
That is one of the few exceptions to when you can bring a player back. When the team with more players scores a goal, the opposing team can bring one of their players back.
I didn't quite catch that one. Was that 17 Palmer on that? I might have been Timblow. I couldn't tell.
It did look like it was Timblow.
Kleppel with a strike. Are we going to get another one? Palmer, unfortunately, denied again by his own teammate. Not much you can do about that, but Lansing City, they are not going away. There's 34 seconds to go, but again, every time the ball goes out of bounds, the clock is being stopped, so there's a lot of chances here, and they are putting the pressure on. If they can get a goal here early, as we have a 5th foul, that's another kind of weak one, going to be called against number 3, Boris Lalik. You take another look at that. Just kind of really wasn't a lot of contact there, but he did prevent Kleppel from going to where he was trying to go. So a shot coming from Kleppel. Is it going to get touched? Don't know if it got touched. I think it's going to be a keeper restart. I'm not sure when exactly this happened, but we have Andre Rodriguez in goal for Midwest United as officials stop play just momentarily to wipe up the court. 25 seconds to go. Midwest with a 2-goal lead. They have the ball. Can they maintain this advantage? Not if Kleppel has something to say about it. A strike. That one's not going to go where he wants it to go. Trying to do a half volley. 22.7. Buckle up. These last 20 seconds could be more exciting than you realize. Boris Lalik gets the turn. Eating up lots of clock. There's only 10 seconds to go now. Midwest United looking comfortable. DeLeon with 5 seconds to go. Kleppel is pressuring. He's going to take it to the corner, and I think that's how time's going to expire. Oh, not quite. We have 0.13 seconds to go. So the moment this ball gets touched back into play, it's going to be the end of the game. Kleppel screams it across net. Finds the outside side net, and that's going to do it from Lansing City tonight. A final score, 10-12. Gerard, that one ended with about as much energy as we saw all game long.
Yeah, it's a disappointing result for Lansing City, but the level of energy that they put into this, the level of effort, hats off to Midwest United. Really great way to pull it out. The physicality never got too out of hand for Midwest United, even though they did have a lot of opportunities, a lot of challenges. There was a lot of question debate. They were able to maintain control of the game throughout.
So Midwest United takes this one by a 2-goal advantage as both teams shake hands with the officials. We're going to go down courtside in just a minute to hear from the players, and we'll also hear some stats. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have a short break, and we'll be going courtside in just a moment. So we're back here at Lansing City Arena. We have our silent reporter gathering some, gonna get some interviews going here in just a minute. But until then, it's a nice scene out here in Lansing City Arena. We have kids and families all around there playing, and it's just a great environment to see. Jake, I think you can see that from your studio. This is the kind of thing you love to see surrounding the culture of futsal.
Oh, I mean, it's so important. The futsal scene has grown exponentially in the last several years with the youth side of things. And I think then we think about what's important in futsal and why we're all here and what makes our jobs important here at FCS, and it's these kids. The impact and having these heroes available is what makes such a big difference. And what a show, what a lesson in perseverance and intensity and sticking to a plan for these kids tonight. Hopefully they learned something from it.
And now we got Gerard Ascani down courtside with Jorge Saldanas. Gerard, let us get some thoughts from Jorge Saldanas about his thoughts on the game.
We have Jorge Saldanas here with us tonight. There were a lot of momentum shifts in the game. Jorge, tell us, how did you all pull out the win?
We went back to basics. I mean, we started off really well, build up off of that, and then going into the second half, started a little shaky, but got into it, scored our goals, and kept the game in our half.
There's a lot of physicality, a lot of argument, a lot of conversations. What are your thoughts?
That's the game. That's how it goes. When it's a tense game like that, it always gets like that. But I think we handled it well, and our players kept their cool for the most part. So I think we did well with it.
Well, great game, great effort, great result. Appreciate you taking the time. Thanks. All right, we got Jeremy Kleppel is going to be here in an interview. If you want to take it away, Jared, I'm going to pull Jeremy over, and I'll get right back to you.
All right, thanks, Gerard. We'll be waiting to hear from Jeremy Kleppel in just a moment. Lots of great thoughts from Jorge Saldanas as we wait to get Kleppel over here. Jake, give us some of your reflections on the game we just saw.
You know, Midwest has proven in 2 out of 3 games now when they've been put under quite a bit of pressure, these momentum swings that I can't stop talking about, and you know, the adversity they've had to face in cases where momentum swings are not going their way, and they've handled that pressure extremely well. It's made a huge difference in the impact of their season. This could very easily be a much different position in the standings for Midwest. Their perseverance and their never say die attitude is such a exciting thing that's going to make them a fan favorite here on YouTube as people are watching along and getting to learn about FCS.
Gerard Ascani now is standing by with Jeremy Kleppel of Lansing City. Lansing City losing that one by a slim margin, 10-12. Gerard, let's hear the thoughts that Kleppel has on tonight's match.
All right, we're here with Jeremy Kleppel. It was a really intense game. You ended up with 5 goals. Tell us, how did you do it? How did you maintain composure? And what are your thoughts on the game?
I mean, the first 10 minutes of the game, you could see. I mean, we have some players missing, which is no excuse, but we were trying something different we hadn't tried before, and it absolutely didn't work. We went down 6-0. That's never something that you want. Absolutely, you don't want. And then we were able to slowly get back in the game, and we didn't win, but I think it was a positive that we were able to show that, you know, if you take away that first couple minutes, I think that, you know, we played with a lot of quality, and that was good to see.
Yeah, it really was. There was a lot of physicality tonight. At many moments, there was a lot of frustration. Tell us your thoughts on just the level of physicality in the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think games like this, you know, I'll refrain from one area of the game to talk about, which I think both teams agree, but, you know, the reality is futsal's a physical game. You have to stay disciplined. You have to stay aware of what's going on, tune in at all times, and you know, that was the biggest challenge for us. We had up and down moments because we didn't do that. And so, you know, going into the next game, this is something we need to fix. We're a young team, you know, which is good because our ceiling is higher. But you know, these roller coaster moments, we gotta fix and be more disciplined.
Well, the fans at home, the commentating crew, the video production crew, we really thank your effort today. Like, one of the things that we mentioned throughout the broadcast was the intensity and the energy level. Could you feel the intensity and energy from the crowd being reciprocated to what you all were given on the court?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're down 6 and then you come back and tie it, it's a big deal, and everyone loves to see that. You know, I think that the way that we play it's exciting to watch. It's exciting to play, and futsal is one of those games that pretty much anybody that comes loves to see it because it's high intensity all the time, and there's never really a dull moment. So, This is pretty normal for a futsal game. This one a little bit different because of the comeback, and even though we lost, it was still a good showing, I would think.
Well, appreciate your time, Jeremy.
Thanks, guys.
Back to you, Jared.
So a couple of stats as we start wrapping up tonight's match. Midwest United, they had 11 saves in goal, 21 shots. Of course, coming out with those 12 goals on the 21 shots. We had one from Pedro Aguillon, one from Eduardo Mendez, 2 from Isaiah Meyer, 2 from Henry Lopez, 2 from Alan Lemus, and a hat trick from Boris Lalik. Their last goal coming as an own goal off of the boot of Jeremy Kleppel. So they really spread the scoring around. On the Lansing City side, well, 5 of the 10 goals coming from the boot of Jeremy Kleppel. 30 shots on goal for Lansing City, 11 saves. Trezor Crispin added 2 goals of his own. He was a key component of getting Lansing City's energy back and bringing Lansing City back in that first half. Jeff Palmer also added a goal or 2 of his own. There was one goal, actually, I couldn't tell if it was him or Jonah Timblow, but we'll give it to Palmer. Why not? And so that's how it's going to end up for Lansing City. The 30 shots on goal for them, 11 saves. Both teams with 11 saves. And this is the only match that we have this weekend for the FCS. But next week, Jake, we have a full docket of games.
We sure do. We see the return of Jenga, and they play twice. They've got a very tough weekend. They're going to face defending champs of FCS, Detroit Imperial, currently undefeated, on a massive return of defending their championship run. And then we also see them face the following day Grand Rapids Olay, who are champions in NFPL last year before they joined FCS for this season. So it's an unofficial champions weekend in Cincinnati next weekend. So really exciting slate of matches for you folks in Southern Ohio. Can't wait to see those games go on. And then sandwiched right in between, we see Grand Rapids Olay face off against Lansing City. It's the first time the men's sides have seen each other in over 5 years. So that is, of course, going to be really exciting as well. And the home opener for Olay, so their fans finally getting a taste of what they've been waiting for, and that's FCS action in a new facility.
Lansing City is going to be the one that travels there to open them up in Grand Rapids. Of course, now Lansing City with the 2 losses instead of the 1. And all these games will be coming to you live here on the FCS channel. And you can follow all of your favorite FCS teams and the FCS on social media as well. I think I'll do it. We still have fans here kicking the ball around. It's a great thing to see. It was an exciting environment tonight, Gerard. And, there were multiple times, and just tell it for the people that, maybe couldn't get that feeling of the game because they weren't here. Just there was like an intensity in the environment that sometimes it just was like your body would just go tense.
Yeah, if you haven't had an opportunity to come out to Lansing City Arena, please do. Treat yourself to an incredible experience. This is an amazing sport with a high level of intensity and energy that you can feel not only while playing but while observing. And that's one of the things that Jeremy was speaking to, that this wasn't unusual. This is a common occurrence in games here at the Lansing City Arena. This is a professional environment where we may not have, and Jake can attest to what some of the ultras look like, and we might not have the ultras yet, but they're coming to Lansing City. There's going to be a day when we're going to have TIFOs out here because the passion these fans bring to the game and seeing it reciprocated on the floor is really a great experience.
Certainly has been a fun one here tonight. And that is going to do it from all of us here at Lansing City Arena and from Jake in his studio in Ohio. Can't forget about that one. I'm Jared Kleppel along with Jake George, Gerard Ascani, an amazing crew of camera operators here tonight and various stream help, as well as, those that made the game exciting here in the arena, those that were in charge of the graphics on the Jumbotron. I mean, I don't know if it's something you can catch on the stream, but the Jumbotron here and the music that they play just adds so much to the atmosphere. It was a fun one tonight, and we can't wait to be back here again. But that's going to do it from all of us here at FCS Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I'm Jared Kleppel on behalf of Gerard Escani and Jake George and the rest of the team. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Good night.